Hey there, fellow travelers. So, you're planning your first visit to the Big Apple, huh? Well, hold on to your hats because you're in for a ride. In this video, I'm going to give you 12 things every first-timer must do when visiting New York City. Trust me, you don't want to miss any of these. So, grab a slice of pizza and let's get started. Number 1. Visit Times Square. Times Square is a busy, energetic neighborhood in the center of New York City. It is a must-visit location for travelers from all over the world because of its recognizable bright lights, flashing advertisements, and countless establishments. The square has a contagious energy, with people and activities buzzing around it constantly day and night. The yearly ball drop on New Year's Eve is one of Times Square's main attractions. Huge crowds flock to this well-known event from around the world to see the ball drop and the countdown to the new year. Music, confetti, and pyrotechnics fill the air at this time, creating an exhilarating environment. Despite the crowds and non-stop bustle, the region is unquestionably worth visiting, especially at night when the lights are at their most magnificent. As you go through Times Square, you'll notice enormous billboards promoting everything from fast food to Broadway performances, as well as street entertainers and vendors peddling trinkets. Overall, visiting Times Square in New York City is a singular and remarkable experience. It's a location where you can experience the buzz of the city and become fully immersed in its own culture. Number 2. Take a walk in Central Park. With an area of 843 acres, Central Park is a magnificent green area in the middle of New York City. It is a must-visit location due to the many attractions and activities there. Shakespeare in the Park performances are presented outside at the Delacorte Theater during the summer. Taking in one of these shows is an extraordinary theater and nature experience. The Central Park Zoo, which is home to over 130 species of animals including snow leopards, red pandas, and sea lions, is another attraction. Additionally, it contains a 4D theater, a petting zoo, and an educational facility where guests may find out about wildlife conservation. In addition, the park has a lake where guests may rent boats and paddle around while taking in the breathtaking view. There are many places to rest while taking in the breathtaking scenery along the lake's edge. There are several benches and locations where visitors can just sit and take in the sights and sounds of the park for those who love to relax and people watch. Everyone can find something to enjoy in Central Park, whether they are looking for nature, culture, or just a quiet place to unwind. It is a true oasis in the center of the busy metropolis. Number 3. Eat a bagel. The bagels in New York City are known for their distinct texture and flavor, and are regarded as some of the best in the world. These bagels are so well liked that New York and Montreal are now engaged in a bagel war. The traditional plain, sesame, and poppy seed kinds of New York bagels are available, as well as more exotic ones including blueberry and cinnamon raisin. There is a bagel for everyone to enjoy with so many variations. According to several experts, the way New York's bagels are boiled and baked is the key to their popularity. Before being baked in a high oven to develop their distinctive crust, bagels are first boiled in water to give them a chewy texture. Others contend that the water utilized in the bagel making process, which comes from New York City's reservoirs and aquifers, is the secret ingredient. According to legend, the water in New York has a special mineral composition that influences the flavor and texture of bagels. Whatever the precise cause, it is undeniable that New York City's bagels are a cherished part of the city's culinary tradition. A New York bagel is a must-try for any culinary enthusiast visiting the city, whether they want to eat them on their own or as the base for a mouth-watering sandwich. Number 4. Ride the subway. With more than 400 stops and continuous service, the New York City subway system is a massive and complicated network. It is one of the finest methods to travel around the city fast and cheaply, while being initially scary. The metro system is a great way for visitors to go around the city and find new neighborhoods. There are countless lines and stops, which means there is always something new to discover, from the street art in Bushwick to the iconic sights in downtown Manhattan. When trains are speeding through tunnels and emerging into busy stations, taking the subway may be an exciting experience. Riders from various walks of life use the system to get around, making it a great place to people watch. Although it might be busy during rush hours, the subway is a remarkably effective means to get around the city. Trains run continuously, with several lines operating every few minutes during rush hour. The subway is an essential method of transit for anyone visiting or residing in New York City, with prices that are significantly more reasonable than taxi or ride-sharing services. Number 5. Visit the Statue of Liberty. One of the most recognizable images of the United States is the Statue of Liberty, which is a must-see attraction for everyone visiting New York City for the first time. Taking a ferry from Manhattan or New Jersey will get you to Liberty Island, where the statue is located. Visitors can approach the statue up close and even scale its crown for an amazing glimpse of the city skyline. With more than 350 steps, the climb can be a little taxing, but the view is well worth it. Ellis Island, which is next to Liberty Island, served as the main entry point for immigrants entering the United States from 1892 to 1954. With displays representing the experiences of the millions of people who passed through Ellis Island, the Ellis Island Immigration Museum offers a fascinating look into the history of immigration in America. For visitors to New York City, the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island Immigration Museum together offer a distinctive and educational experience. They provide an opportunity to learn about the history of the nation and the experiences of the numerous immigrants who came to the country in pursuit of a better life. Number 6. Check out the Empire State Building. The Empire State Building is a famous landmark in New York City and a prime example of Art Deco design. It has served as a representation of American engineering and design ever since it was finished in 1931. For breathtaking views of the city skyline, visitors to the Empire State Building can take the elevator to the 86th floor observation deck. A 360-degree view of the city and its monuments, such as Central Park, the Brooklyn Bridge, and the Statue of Liberty, is offered from the observation deck. Visitors can ascend to the 102nd floor for an even larger view. On a clear day, the upper deck's panoramic views of the neighborhood and beyond can extend as far as 80 miles. The Empire State Building should definitely be seen at night. The tower is illuminated with vibrant lights, making for an amazing and unforgettable spectacle in the skyline of New York City. Overall, everybody visiting New York City should make time to visit the Empire State Building. It provides an opportunity to enjoy the history, architecture, and beauty of the city and gives breathtaking vistas that you'll remember long after your trip. Number 7. Explore the High Line. Unique public park in New York City called the High Line is now a popular destination for both locals and tourists. It was constructed over a defunct elevated railway track that connects Manhattan's West Side's 34th Street to the Meatpacking District. Visitors are rewarded to stunning views of the city and its skyline as they wander along the elevated promenade. The park is additionally embellished with lovely gardens, public art displays, and many places to sit and take in the view. The High Line is a great area to take a leisurely stroll and take in the atmosphere of the city. Joggers, photographers, and families with kids frequent the area as well. Concerts, movie screenings, and art exhibitions are just a few of the frequent activities and programs that the park conducts all year round. The High Line is a remarkable location that exhibits the inventiveness and imagination of the city as a whole. It serves as proof of what is possible when we creatively reinvent and repurpose urban environments. Number 8. Eat a slice of pizza. Pizza made in the New York style is a well-known dish that has come to represent the city's culinary scene. The pizza is renowned for its thin, crispy crust and delectable toppings, which can include inventive combinations like pepperoni and pineapple or bacon and egg in addition to the traditional tomato sauce and mozzarella. Despite the city's vast number of pizzerias, just a few stand out as genuine institutions. In Brooklyn and Manhattan, Lombardi's and DiFara Pizza are two instances of pizzerias that have developed cult followings for their outstanding pies. The way that New York-style pizza is consumed is one of its distinctive features. To eat like a true New Yorker, fold your slice in half and devour it like a sandwich. By mixing the toppings and crust, this technique not only makes the pizza easier to consume on the move but also improves the flavor. Overall, everybody who enjoys food and travels to the city must try New York-style pizza. There is something for everyone, whether you prefer traditional cheese pizza or toppings that are more daring. You're sure to find a slice that will have you desiring more, and there are so many fantastic pizzerias to pick from. Number 9. Go to a Broadway show. Broadway is the best site to experience theater, which is a crucial component of New York City's culture. There are always a variety of performances to choose from, including extravagant musicals with lavish sets and costumes, contemporary comedies, and classic dramas. There are methods to find inexpensive tickets for Broadway shows, even though some of them can be pricey. The TKTS booth in Times Square, which offers same-day tickets for many well-liked performances at a discount, is one of the most well-liked possibilities. A Broadway performance is a distinctive and memorable event that shouldn't be missed when in New York City. It's a chance to immerse yourself in the dynamic cultural landscape of the city, from the bright lights of Times Square to the thrill of the live performance. Make sure to include a Broadway performance in your schedule whether you're a devoted theater enthusiast or just looking for a fun night out. Number 10. Walk across the Brooklyn Bridge. One of New York City's most recognizable sights is the Brooklyn Bridge, and for good reason. When this beautiful building was finished in 1883, it was the longest suspension bridge in the entire world. Today, it continues to be a symbol of New York's rich history and culture and a testimony to human creativity. One experience that shouldn't be missed is crossing the Brooklyn Bridge. You'll be treated to stunning views of the city skyline as you cross the pedestrian footbridge, including the tall towers of Lower Manhattan and the busy streets of Brooklyn. Additionally, if you time your trip correctly, you can see the sunset over the city, which is a truly breathtaking sight. Whether you're a lifelong New Yorker or a first-time visitor, crossing the Brooklyn Bridge is a stunning and unforgettable experience. So put on your walking shoes and get ready to see one of the most breathtaking sights the city has to offer. Number 11. Visit a museum. As the location of some of the most well-known museums in the world, New York City attracts fans of the arts and culture. Two of the most well-known museums in the area are the American Museum of Natural History and the Metropolitan Museum of Art, both of which have sizable collections that may be thoroughly explored over the course of several hours or even days. If you only have a short amount of time, it can be difficult to choose which museum to go to, but it's important to pick one and explore the amazing collections. For instance, the Metropolitan Museum of Art includes a sizable collection of artwork and artifacts from all over the world, including pieces by Pablo Picasso, Rembrandt, and Vincent van Gogh. Covering the other side, the American Museum of Natural History offers exhibitions on everything from dinosaurs to space travel. Many museums provide free or inexpensive admittance days if you're on a tight budget, making it easier for everyone to appreciate the magnificent works on show. No matter which museum you choose, a trip to one of New York City's greatest attractions is something you shouldn't miss. Number 12. Take a food tour. A great way to discover the many ethnicities and cuisines that make up New York City is to take a culinary tour. Considering how well known the city is for its thriving culinary scene, taking a food tour is a great way to discover some of the top food districts. There are excursions available for every taste, and they include local cuisine in areas like Chinatown, Little Italy, and Harlem, among others. You can explore new flavors, sample classic meals, and learn about the culture and history of the cuisine on these tours. Meeting local chefs and food experts will also give you the chance to learn more about the history of the city's cuisine. A culinary tour is a wonderful way to experience the city's rich cultural diversity, learn about new foods, and explore other neighborhoods. So, there you have it, folks, 12 things every first-timer must do when visiting NYC. From Times Square to the Brooklyn Bridge, New York City has so much to offer, and I hope you'll get to experience it all. And if you have any other tips for first-timers, be sure to share them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more travel tips and adventures.